Wakat Design Systems presents WallMagic, the look of wallpaper, the ease of paint. Welcome to the WallMagic Creator Room Show. I'm Bill Collins, and this is Barb McCoy.
Hi.
Barb's a WallMagic design consultant. She's going to help me show you how to use the WallMagic kit to create a beautiful new look for your home. And I'm here to prove how easy it is to do, because believe me, when it comes to painting, I've got two left thumbs.
Well, that's not true. Bill's painted a couple of rooms with me already, and he's doing just great.
Well, that's only because there's no such thing as a mistake with WallMagic. It really is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Prep, edge, and roll. You get the look of wallpaper at a fraction of the price.
And it's really a lot of fun to do.
It sure is. Let's get started by talking about what you get with the WallMagic kit. What's really nice about the kit is that you get everything you need to create lots of exciting new looks. Notice how everything's neatly organized. You get the WallMagic 3-color tray, which we'll tell you how to use later, the special Wakat roller, named after WallMagic inventor George Wakat, a single head 4-inch roller, a corner roller, an edge roller, and a 1 1/2 inch angle brush, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Bill, and it really does come in handy for narrow spaces between windows and walls and other tight spots.
Great. The WallMagic kit also includes 1 smooth roller cover, 3 WallMagic design covers, and 2 finish accent covers as options for adding to your WallMagic design. The last couple of items in the WallMagic kit are these practice paper sheets, instruction booklet, and of course, the instructional video you're watching right now.
You'll also need a couple of other supplies: masking tape, spackle, sandpaper, a putty knife, your choice of paint,
and of course, a drop cloth. All the paint colors used in this show were chosen to best demonstrate the patterned effect of our roller covers. Brighter, more contrasting colors work best for TV. To create your own WallMagic, you may wish to choose softer, more subtle tones. Before you head to the paint store, be sure to determine the square footage of your room. Simply multiply the length of the wall by the height, and that's your square footage. Your paint store or color consultant can tell you exactly how many gallons will cover your square footage. You'll use no more paint than you'd use with a regular painting project. It's just divided up by the number of colors you'd use. In fact, for accent colors, you'll use less than a quart. WallMagic works well with oil-based paint and water-based. Just keep in mind that water-based paint is easier to clean from the roller covers. For the WallMagic design, colors from the same family work well. Use these paint color strips to make your choices. For instance, this lighter beige tone works well with this darker beige tone. More contrast creates a more three-dimensional look. Colors that are closer together, like these two beiges, will give you a more subtle look. Consider using light neutral colors, including beige, grays, and greens. Deep tones give a rich, dramatic look, but it's still a good idea to choose 2 colors that are only 2 or 3 shades apart. 2 different pastel colors of the same depth also work well. Keep in mind that when you use 2 colors, you'll create different shades or tones when the colors blend with each other on the wall. Choose accent colors that work in harmony with the WallMagic color. Try picking up some of the color from something else in the room, curtains or a couch. Use your imagination, be creative. Although WallMagic camouflages a lot of wall imperfections, just as in regular painting, you need to prep your walls. Patch holes and cracks with spackle. Let dry and sand it smooth. Be sure to prime the patches with one of your WallMagic colors. Fill behind wood trim that is swelled or cracked and pulled away from the wall. Tape around any woodwork like windows, doors, and baseboards. It's not a bad idea to lightly tape your ceiling, too. Be sure to protect your floor, carpet, and furnishings with a drop cloth. If you're painting on new drywall, you'll need to prime it first. The only time you'll need to repaint your walls first is if you're going to be using a much lighter color than the existing one. And you don't need to cover the old color completely. It's okay to let some of it show through.
For priming wallpaper, see our suggested primers for hard-to-stick surfaces. It's in your WallMagic kit.
Wait a minute, you can paint over wallpaper?
Why, sure, and if it's textured wallpaper, the texture will show through it and you'll get another dimension to your design.
Wow, that's a great idea. Next, we're going to spend some time talking about edging. To begin edging, Take out the WallMagic roller tray and pour your 2 WallMagic design colors into the first 2 sections. You'll want to do all your trim work first. The WallMagic edge roller makes quick work of it. Just dip the roller into both colors. Roll off any excess, and you're ready to paint. Now just run the roller along the edge of the window frame. See how it lays down some of each color? Do the same thing along the baseboards and along the ceiling. Barb, what about corners?
Well, the corner roller is especially designed with tapered edges that come to a point. The paint glides right up and down the corners real nicely. Load it into both colors by rolling into one color and then the other. Don't worry if your colors get mixed up a little bit. It won't affect your background design. Roll off any excess paint and you're ready to start. Just roll it up the corners. Notice how the 2 colors are nicely distributed?
What about those tricky narrow tight spots between the window frame and the corner wall?
Your WallMagic kit also includes a 1.5-inch angled brush. Just dip the brush into each one of your WallMagic colors and apply the paint into the areas that the rollers can't reach into.
Okay, we've got the trim completed and we're ready to start creating magic. Now you have a choice to make. The WallMagic kit includes 3 WallMagic covers and 1 smooth cover. If you use 2 of the WallMagic covers on your roller, you'll get a little more defined pattern look. If you use 1 WallMagic cover and 1 smooth cover, you'll get a softer, more subtle look. We'll start with 2 WallMagic covers. We'll load 1 color on the left roller and 1 on the right. We're using pink and green, 2 totally different contrasting colors that work well in harmony together. To prevent streaks, remove any excess paint by rolling back and forth on the tray grids. Now, before rolling the design on the wall, experiment on the practice sheets to create your design and color. Keep in mind that if your wall color isn't white like the practice paper, your final color will vary. Don't use the traditional up and down method. Use a twisting, turning motion until you find a design you like. Once you're satisfied with the color and pattern, you're ready to paint. Okay, Barb, let's see how it works on the wall.
Here's where your creativity comes in. If I work the roller less, you'll get a more light and airy look. If I work the roller more, I can create a more blended look.
That's what makes WallMagic so great. There is no set design. You're not looking for a completely repetitive pattern. You're the artist and you can do anything you want. There's no right way or wrong way.
You can cover the wall completely, or you can let some of the base color show through. This will add a little bit of depth and dimension to your design. Later on, I'll show you how to add another 3rd color in a different way.
While Barb finishes up her wall, I'll show you how to create a subtler WallMagic design by using 1 WallMagic design cover and 1 smooth cover on the Wakat roller. Once again, load the Wakat roller into 2 colors of paint. I'm using a deep blue and a lighter shade of blue from the Sade family. Be sure to roll off any excess paint. Notice, I'm using the same WallMagic technique Barb showed us earlier, twisting and turning until I create a pattern I like. Keep moving down the wall. You can always come back and fill in an area. Barb, why don't you show us how that works?
Sure, just step back from the wall so you can see it as a whole design, then go back and fill in where you think you might need to.
Hey Barb, you talked about adding a 3rd color to your design. Can you show us how that works?
Adding a 3rd color to your WallMagic design will create depth and dimension. I'm using the 3rd clean WallMagic cover on the single roller. Here I'm using white. I could also use a deeper or lighter shade of green or pink, and this would just give a more blended look.
Let's step back and take a look at the differences between the 2 WallMagic designs we've created. Notice how my design in blue tones is more subtle. That's because I used 1 smooth cover and 1 WallMagic design cover. Barb's design in pink and green is much more patterned. That's because she used 2 WallMagic covers and added white as a 3rd color.
There's no end to the creations you can make with WallMagic. Here's just a few.
WallMagic kit also includes 2 single roller accent covers, a shell design and a vein design. Accenting a wall with these patterns is an optional 4th step. Choose a cover. We'll try the shell design and slide it on the single roller. Load it from the 3rd tray that you've filled with accent color. Don't overfill the tray. Add paint to just below or even with the black grate. This keeps you from overloading the cover. The color can be the same as one of your WallMagic colors, a shade of those colors, or an entirely different color. In this case, we're adding a contrasting tone to a WallMagic design we created in green and beige. We won't use much paint. It'll take less than a quart to do the whole room. Use your practice paper to experiment with the accent design. Make sure the paint is distributed evenly around the accent cover. You'll know if you have too much. Just keep rolling the paint off until the accent looks the way you want it to. Barb, can you show us how to actually apply it to the wall?
Sure, I will, Bill.
Thanks.
Roll the accent from right to left in a single rotation, like this. Start with your prints further apart. If you want to, you can go back and fill in later.
While Barb finishes her wall, I'll use the vein accent cover loaded with a contrasting dark brown color on a wall we've painted in brown tones. Use nice, smooth strokes, and as always, don't worry about uniformity. With the variations of color in your WallMagic, it's okay if you get a few smears or smudges with your accent. They just add character and dimension to your design. These 4 wall sections give you a pretty good idea of the variety of designs you can create with WallMagic. The left side wall section was designed with a softer, more subtle look. We used 1 WallMagic cover and 1 smooth cover, loaded with 2 shades of blue on the Wakat roller. Our window wall section shows a more defined pattern design. We created it with 2 WallMagic covers loaded in green and pink on the Wakat roller. White was added with 1 WallMagic cover on the single roller. Our door wall section demonstrates the optional vein accent on a softened, more subtle WallMagic design. And the right-hand wall section shows how the optional shell accent adds a whole new look to a defined pattern WallMagic design. Here's what it looks like without the shell accent. Now let's talk about a few tips and techniques that will add variety and beauty to your WallMagic designs. If you're using latex paint, it's a good idea to condition the WallMagic covers before you start painting. It takes a while for the paint to fully absorb into and coat these fibers, so dampen them slightly with water before putting on your latex paint. I'm spraying them, but you can just run your hand under the faucet and rub water on the cover. The water will help the cover absorb the paint faster and give you a smoother, more consistent pattern right from the start. A neat way to add a 3rd color to your WallMagic is called highlighting. Load your covers with 2 colors as usual. Then dip your angle brush into a 3rd color and dab it on at various spots over the covers. It's a good method for controlling the amount of the 3rd color. The quickest way to add a 3rd color to your walls is called drizzling. Simply drizzle some of the 3rd color right into the other 2 colors. Then load your roller as usual. Drizzling allows you to put all 3 colors on the wall at the same time. If you're not covering the entire wall, be careful not to create a solid edge. Skip along so you leave some background color showing through. It'll blend in with the rest of the wall a lot better.
Use a tape that won't peel your paint off as a guide to make a nice straight line for your borders. Since the roller won't fit right into the corners and edges, you can start about 2 to 3 inches away. You can roll about 5 feet before needing to pick up more paint. To continue the design, adjust the roller by turning it to match. Bordering also looks great around windows, doors, bathroom tubs and sinks, any place that needs a decorative touch.
The WallMagic shell and vein accent covers make great looking room designs all by themselves. Just roll them on a plain painted wall.
Why limit yourself to walls?
WallMagic works great for decorating furniture, accessories, floors, ceilings, paneling, cabinets, patios, and brick surfaces. Stay tuned at the end of our show. You can view dozens of other beautiful WallMagic designs created with combinations of WallMagic covers, smooth covers, and accent covers in a rainbow of colors. Well, that's it for the WallMagic training show. As you can see, it's a pretty simple 1, 2, 3 process. Prep, edge, and roll.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Written instructions are also included in your WallMagic kit.
That's right. Set your creative side free. There's no limit to the looks you can create with WallMagic. You and your imagination.
Look for WallMagic kits with fresh, new, exciting designs coming up in the months ahead.
Thanks for watching, and have fun with WallMagic.